What's up, guys? Welcome back to Boost Brothers Garage. Today we are going to be jumping back on the Widebody 944 build. Stay tuned. With the engine blown on the 944 race car and me not having all the parts I need yet to swap in the Volkswagen 07K, I need to jump back on this project. It's been getting neglected, as it always does. And my buddy Dan, who is painting the car, just told me that he thinks there's gonna be a spot in his shop for the car in the next 2 to 3 months. That means that I need to get on it, I need to get all the fabrication done, and I need to get everything ready to get it into the paint booth. Most of that fabrication consists of building the inner wheel wells in the back, the wheel tubs, as well as going through the engine compartment and filling all the holes and getting rid of all the unnecessary studs, anything that I don't want on the finished car. But before I can get into that stuff, I really want to give the car a bath. The engine compartment's never been cleaned, the interior is completely stripped, the car's completely stripped in general. So it's a good time right now to get it out and just wash the shit out of it. So that's what I'm gonna start with. The one thing I do wanna remove out of the car before washing it is my roll bar. I haven't showed you guys much about this, and there's good reason for that. There will be a complete video on it coming soon. I've got this thing on my homemade car dolly, so let's roll it outside. Having the dolly makes it easier, but it's still a little sketchy doing it by yourself. First thing first, we're gonna give this whole engine bay a bath with foaming engine degreaser. There are other products you can use. I don't know if any of you guys watch Tom's Turbo Garage. If you don't, you should check that channel out, it's pretty sweet. He built this pretty badass Miata with an LS swap, and now he's doing a Tacoma with an LS swap. Anyway, he uses scrubbing bubbles. I've never tried that, but it seemed to work well for him. For me, I've just always used this. In order to get rid of some of the more stubborn grease, I'm gonna use this parts washing brush. These things have nylon bristles and typically work really well. I'm gonna let it soak for a minute, spray it off. We now have one very clean and bare 944 shell. Next step in this process, there's still some stuff in the engine bay that I need to get out before I can continue working. There's the brake booster, master cylinder, clutch slave cylinder, or clutch slave unit, whatever. There's fuel lines and brake lines. I haven't decided if I'm gonna leave those just yet, but right now I'm gonna get everything else out, the heat shields. I just want it to be as blank of a canvas as possible. And there's the finished result and all the shit we took out, including some more sound deadening from the inside I had to get out when I was taking the brake booster out. Now I'm gonna bust out the angle grinder with the cutoff wheel. I'm gonna get rid of all the mounting tabs and studs that I'm not gonna use. Then I'll get in there with a drill and a Spot-Weld cutter. I'll get rid of all the brackets I don't want. And then probably not tonight because it's already getting kind of late, but here soon I'll go back in with the welder and weld everything shut that I don't want. Pesky studs anywhere in the engine compartment. The reason I'm doing this, these cars had a ton of stuff in the engine compartment from the factory that's no longer going to be used. There were obviously studs to mount stuff for the air conditioning, the power steering. This car's going to have neither of those. The original turbo was water cooled. This turbo is just going to be oil cooled. The headlight mechanism was massive due to the pop-ups. This isn't going to have that anymore. So there's just a lot of stuff that can be taken out. Really the only bracket in here that I wanted to keep was this one right here, and that's what mounts the line for your clutch slave cylinder and everything. And that's a nice tidy solution there, so I'm keeping that. This is a Spot-Weld removal tool that I got from Harbor Freight. Haven't used it yet. No idea if it's gonna work. Let's find out together. That answers that question. What a piece of shit. Let's try that again the old-fashioned way. Factory hood latch, be gone! Battery hold down, gone. That's going in the back of the car. Factory hood latch, coil bracket, power steering reservoir, harness stuff, HVAC stuff. It's all gone. You know my motto, made famous by Colin Chapman: simplify and add lightness. If you haven't already entered, first link in the description, 5,000 subscriber giveaway. We're giving away free shit from Soul Performance, Flat 6 Motorsports, and Racing. Click the link, do the things. You get 5 entries, win some shit. That's it for today's video. It's past midnight and I have to be at work in the morning and I'm a sweaty ass mess and I need a shower, so I'm gonna call it quits. Next time you see this car, we will be welding all those holes shut, and then the engine bay can start to get smoothed out. I don't know how much of that I'll do and how much Dan will do, but we'll be moving on to the inner fenders. One side's halfway done, the other side hasn't been touched, so you get to see the whole process. See you next time.